Hi everyone, welcome to the Fundamentals of Corporate Finance Make It Clear series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve this mortgage loan question. The loan is a 20-year loan with loan principal $500,000 and monthly payment. Interest rate is set at P plus 1%, where P stands for prime rate, which is 3% now, but can change with market conditions. In other words, the mortgage rate could change during the loan term. Here are the questions. First, build the first 3 months of loan amortization schedule. Second, assuming prime rate rises to 4% at the end of the 3rd month of the loan term, find the loan payment after the interest rate hike. Both questions are actually related. Let us work on them one by one. I will use Excel for illustration because with Excel, it is easier to enumerate the logic of constructing loan amortization schedule. These are the key loan data. Loan principal is $500,000, period rate is 0.33%, which is obtained by 4% mortgage rate divided by payment frequency 12. And payment period is 240 as it is a 20-year loan with monthly payment. We then build the first 3 months of loan amortization schedule. A typical amortization schedule is made up of 6 columns of data. The first is the payment month. The second is beginning balance, which shows the principal amount of the loan at the beginning of a month. The third is loan payment. We then break down the payment into 2 components, the interest portion and principal portion of loan payment. And finally, we have ending balance, which shows the principal amount at the end of a month after the payment is made. Now let's see what happens in the first month. The beginning balance is $500,000 as it is the original loan principal. For loan payments, we may use the PMT function in Excel to find this amount. There are 5 inputs to this function: the period rate, the number of payment periods, and the original loan principal. And then we have 2 zeros here. The first indicates that we don't have future value in this question, while the second indicates all the loan payments are made at the end of every month. This function by default will generate a negative number as presumably loan payment is a cash outflow. But we don't present negative number in the amortization schedule, and so we put a negative sign before the PMT function. As such, we can find that the loan payment is $3,029.9. If you want to use B2 Plus to find this amount, then you may follow these steps. We then break down the loan payment into its interest portion and principal portion. The interest portion is in fact the interest amount for the current month, and so it is equal to the beginning balance times the period rate. We then subtract the interest portion from the loan payment, then it will be the principal portion of the loan payment. Finally, we subtract the principal portion from the beginning balance, then we will have the ending balance for the first month. We have completed the first month of the loan amortization schedule. Let's go to the second month. The beginning balance is the ending balance of the first month. And then for loan payments, as the question does not mention any specific way of loan payment, we will assume the loan payment remains the same every month. Interest portion is still the beginning balance times period rate. We then subtract an interest portion from the loan payments. We have the principal portion. And finally, we subtract the principal portion from the beginning balance. Then we will have the ending balance for the second month. We can replicate the same logic to the 3rd month or even to the rest of the loan term. If your calculations are correct, then you will find that at the end of the last payment month, then the ending balance must be 0. If it is not, that means there is something wrong with your calculations. Alright, so here are the answers for the first part of the questions. For the second part of the question, which finds the new loan payment after the interest rate hike, we may use the PMT function again. As prime rate rises to 4% at the end of the 3rd month, the mortgage rate will be 4% plus 1%, which is 5%. And so the period rate will be 5% divided by 12 accordingly. Then for the number of payments, it is equal to 237 as 3 months have passed. And then for the loan principal, it should be the loan principal at the end of the 3rd month, which can be obtained from the loan amortization schedule. We then put 20 here to indicate that first, there is no future value, and second, all the loan payments are made at the end of every month. Then we can find that the new loan payment will be $3,296. That is the answer for the second part of the question. Again, if you want to use the BA2 Plus to find the answer, then you may follow the steps. Alright, so that's all for this video. I hope that you will find it useful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.